seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Restate the state now again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Ready to kick it away first. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Quarterback empties his backfield. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, I love the offense coming out and trying to stay aggressive, but you're going to have to do a better job against this pass rush, keeping your quarterback upright. He got drilled as he was trying to throw that football, and that's why it fell incomplete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes a grab down the middle. Found the seam on the left. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watch film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Davison. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Intercepted. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that That's not the attempt you wanted to start the game.
First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets him down to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to it. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Martin. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Now on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Wallace. Bounced off his feet.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It's 3rd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Got it behind the line. It's Davison. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Fires downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Beck. He lost one down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. Surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Looking for blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Dante Moore. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
The run inside. It's Davison. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. On the move, he fires. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catches it at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Running inside, it's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to throw, it's Beck. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got the quick pass. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away.
Number 14, on to kick it away.
A low line drive and short kick. And they'll down this ball just a little shy of the 50. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Motion from the wideout. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Beck. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Penn State! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Defense playing a bail technique. Throwing more. Flushed out of the pocket. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, you never even dream about this kind of start if you're a quarterback. That now his 4th interception in the first half, and he's just not been able to shake this. Bad decision-making. Fundamentally, he's just been off. This offense has never been able to find a rhythm, and I know this is a very talented player, but if you're the head coach at this point, you've got to consider benching this guy.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley. Time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wallace. And he could not get loose on the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Could be an alley. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting 3rd down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Escapes the pressure to his right. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Here's Moore to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum.
Throws toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
The Nittany Lions decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Hansen. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to run for it. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Ducks! Special teams proving to be special.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Hansen. Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's Texas A&M who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 45 on its way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Fires on the move. Connection to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Again, it's Moore. Finds his tight end. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Moving out to the right. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's not afraid to go deep. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, more. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he... wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Beck. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
It's 3rd and 5. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of room to run. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, the offenses look good up to this point, but you love seeing that out of your quarterback on a critical 3rd down. He's able to decipher the coverage, find his best matchup. It's an accurate throw. They get a massive gain, and now here they are again in the red zone looking to add to their lead.
Quarterback making checks. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. He'll bring it out. It's fair. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's Raiola to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Oh, they're after him. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Trying to run, it's Hansen. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Penn State.
And if you're the head coach, you are absolutely loving this. You're up big on the scoreboard because your defense keeps getting takeaways. And on offense, in sudden change situations, you're turning it into touchdowns. That right there, phenomenal job. Great decision by the quarterback. He finds his open man. They connect. Everything going their way, David.
And I love when they stay aggressive after a turnover. That is the number one thing we're always yelling in the huddle as a defense. Sudden change, sudden change. They want to capitalize on the momentum, and they did. They stayed aggressive, continuing to add to this lead, doing what they want when they want.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of his defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rush.
Fires one high and deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he scores! Touchdown, Ducks!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Number 39, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gonna run it. It's Martin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. To the air, it's Becht. Snagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The give to the left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Run inside. It's Martin. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Finding open areas. And he does a real... job finding space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Just feeds the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Off the play fake. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
He'll take it on the return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? Under fire. Got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Raiola. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Here's a throw downfield late. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Raiola to the air again. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a big...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it down the field. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Going to the run, it's Davison. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Wants to throw. It's Beck. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. He'll try to field the putt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Here's Raiola to throw. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk,
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's pass. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Again, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. On the move and looking. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically, they've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points.